Very well played, goading somebody up here already. But since you brought it up, let me get it out of the way. So yeah, Toxis got the proposal to, I believe, uh, create a the foundation or a rule set defining uh, a ban process. Um, which should be interesting to see how that goes. I don't believe it sets any rules, and it obviously can't undo any current bans because that's totally up to the foundation to do whether they wish to or not. We can't make them do anything, but it would be good to have something out there for people to know what they can do themselves, at least in order to protect their peace. And then yeah, mine is all the DAO documents are out of date. They still describe the way it used to be set up. Um, there's been new, new things come through, like the wearable price or submission fee and such that will just all basically sit in a proposal and not be organized and written out for anyone to find. Um, but yeah, I guess I'm kind of confused why it wasn't something that got taken care of during the 2 years. I guess my thought of a regenesis was different than what it ended up being, but um, it is something pretty important, I would say. Both of them are. And then I think there's a third one that's in government governance. I don't know that it'll pass, but it was what was it? Shoot, I even had to think on that one.
Assigning voting power to
Ah,
Decentraland content creators.
yeah, I kind of like the premise, but we don't know exactly who it will all go to, and basically it would be kind of, like our government does make money that isn't really there. This would be making VP that isn't there. But it's not like it's a ton. Um, but if it's, active community members that it would go to, at least maybe it would be put to use. I think
Yep.
that's the big thing. And I don't know how you would account for it really either. And then there's the whole, which came up during mine, with, and I want to shout out Meta Ryuk for this because he actually, he brought up a good point. My wording may not have made it clear for people of the council, but it would when it comes to these proposals, and if they do pass, you know, and it doesn't say it anywhere. Again, no documents on it. What happens? Who does it? Is all something that has to be taken into consideration. And I know the council, if I'm not mistaken, the council kind of has, we've created them. They have the right to, budget or allocate funds towards stuff, but how much of that are they able to without there being a proposal made for it? Can they do any amount? I don't know. But the wording on mine wasn't specific enough, and I did an addendum or whatever you want to call it in the reply or the comments that satisfied that. It took me a minute to really understand what he was getting at, but I appreciated his input and willingness to, once I made that clarification, change his vote. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I thought there was also another proposal, but I guess it expired very recently. The one under the should council members have limit terms. Yeah. uh personally, I don't think we need to be worrying about this just yet. Eventually, yes. But let's see. Good morning, Canessa. Do you have all the signal bars?
Oh, let's see. No, I don't. No, can you hear me?
Mm. Uh, we can hear sounds
Can you hear me?
now. Now, what you're
Oh no.
saying, we don't know. I think that last part was, "Can you hear
How
me?"
about
And then,
now?
"No, no." Oh, hi.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah. Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm I'm literally like parked in front of something that says no parking, no trespassing. So if I have to leave quickly, I don't know. This is like I found
Mm.
3 bars, 3 out of 4 bars. Seriously, like who doesn't have bars in a town? Apparently this town doesn't. I'm on the Pacific coast of Washington, so it's like ocean on one side and trees on the other, and Edward Cullen and Twilight and Bigfoot. So I don't know how long I'll be able to be here before it rugs, but hopefully you can catch all that.
Did you say Twilight?
Yes, yes, this is Twilight country.
No, 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 no.
Yep, werewolves, vampires. What can I say?
As a teenage boy, and emphasis on the boy part, the Twilight was the bane of my existence.
It's just because you don't respect, the sparkle. It's okay. Like, not everybody's perfect.
The sparkle. Are we pixies now?
No, vampires. They sparkle in sunlight. Come on. Every every girl knows that.
Since when? I thought they burned into the crisp.
It's because you just watched the movies and you didn't read the books.
Oh no. We got Robot Canessa back back with us.
Oh no. How about now?
Oh, oh, there you are. Now you're back to clear.
I have a feeling it's just going to be like that, and I apologize. Next week,
So,
next week I'm done with all my travels. I promise.
so since you are struggling with your Wi-Fi, your connection, I think it is the best time to cover your most hard-hitting question that you've just been, stacking up for the last couple weeks. Hit it. Hit us with it.
Me or you?
Me? Me?
Who's
I,
asking the question?
oh, now I'm confused. This is too high level for me.
Yes, very high level for me too.
Good morning, Shorty. I see you down there. Hello, 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 AJ. We got Brandon in the building. Good morning. Lunar Freak in the house. Alan Howick. Wow, this place has filled up since the last time I looked at it. Jeez. We got Boss Face in the house. Fellow Pengu. Zesty Beam in the house. Antila. There's Vortex down there. Good morning, M. Good morning, Dr. Drip. Oh man, I am so sleepy from last night's Meta Beast roaming party. The crowd really came out to support. DJ Vape and Lunar Freak yesterday. It was very good to see them, and were they were flowing very good. Like there was just good music all around. So thank you to everyone that is here this morning that showed up to the event.
Well, and congratulations on your space yesterday that you did with Kim and forget the name of the organization that put it on.
Oh, community of communities. Oh,
Nice. You did a really good job representing us, and I don't know. It seemed like you did really well. I was proud of our.
aw. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it was a good idea for the hosts to bring in like both Kim and someone from like the community, like an actual user of the platform. Because like Kim was definitely speaking on like, the even though Decentraland is not a corporation and it's considered a nonprofit, like, she was bringing in the corpo talk, the corpo jargon and the official ness or whatever to the conversation, and then there was me, which was like, "Oh yeah, this is my favorite thing. Go build with AI. Go join the buildathon." I got married once. I needed the voice layer in Decentraland. But yeah, I think it was good for everyone that was listening and that was interested to kind of get both perspectives of it. Um, and yeah, I got it was good conversation. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was cool. It was a big space. How many were there? Like 12 people by the end. I was surprised how many people were there.
Yeah, yeah, actually I feel like at least I feel like there was a just like a nice little crowd there, and we had some of the Centraland fam as well and new people. I'm very excited to see what community of communities brings to Decentraland, because definitely, I mean, I've always felt like uh, projects, organizations, they need to spread out into different digital platforms and not just like, sell their loyalties to one. So, uh, but I think this transition may be also prompted due to maybe like spatial. They I don't think they've had the best luck actually. Spatial shutdown. They were doing stuff with Stilo over there with in spatial, and then I'm not entirely sure if they operated in Nifty, but rest in peace, Nifty. Uh,
So are they coming to Decentraland, and is that like something that they set up through like Kim and Foundation?
no, well, no, they are like building their own thing. Like I believe Z3 is the one from that community that the main team that joins these spaces the most often. Like we'll see him here. He has like uh, a Zuki PFP. But I believe that's their like builder. So uh, they're trying to get something together, and I mean, definitely, I've heard I'm trying to put ourselves out there so that we can help them if they need. Like if they need a home for a show, like before their build gets completed, definitely want to be there, and hopefully it's okay that I offered CBD Plaza.
Of course, we need more people using the plaza. Um, which, by the way, have you been able to Spidey crawl yet?
No, I have not been able to find it. Like, and your post, it was so mean because, like, I was like, "Oh my god, you can do this now," and then I continue reading the captions, like, "No, I'm not gonna tell you where it is."
Oh, I think it's pretty it's not hidden too much. Like,
I would expect it to be like in a spider wrap on like some pipe on the top of a building or something, like, you know?
no, it's near spawn. It's right near there. I should have put the spider in the toilet. That would have been better.
Okay,
But I think
okay, you
literally
said near
it's on the spawn parcel,
oh, on the spawn parcel,
like
so
by the
this would
OP
be
bed.
yeah, yeah, okay, okay, it would be somewhere around here. Let's take a look. Oh! Ah! I found the spider. Okay, how do I
E
Alright,
E and
E,
F.
E,
E,
and
F,
F.
and then your left mouse key to, like, pull yourself along. It does take there is a learning curve, I'll tell you that much,
Yeah,
and you have to be close enough, other your web shooters don't go too far.
mhm, okay, and I'm seeing it's like you need to, kind of you need to because, like, for me, the habit would be, like, to press W along with this, but you could easily
Yeah,
move with just, F and E, like
yep, yeah, it does change your
oh.
movement mechanic, definitely.
Oh, this is cool. Everyone get the green spider behind the stage.
Oh!
I think I made all our friends disappear.
Oh, no.
But
Okay,
this is
so
yeah, this is very cool. Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say back to the people coming in. Like, we almost need a job. Like, there's the welcome guides, but what about a different kind of position called like host? Like, you're a host for Decentraland will help you find the venue for your party, your event. They will help you with stream setup. They will help, you know, with promotion or something like that. Like, we almost need that. I mean, the people that have done really well in the past, like the venues, they always have like the person that's really good at putting the event together, but it would be pretty neat if there was just a designated like you have been assigned this meta host named Sinful Meat Stick. He's going to help you onboard your, brand or your team or your project to Decentraland.
Mhm. As like, I think that's a great idea, but like, I feel like, in order for it to, like, be, like, more official in a way, like, it would have to come from the Centraland Foundation side. Because, like, we could do this, like, we could set something up where, I don't know, you go to website, give us your email or whatever, or like, Twitter, and then a host will contact you or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've probably done it in the past with like Bay organizing different
Mhm.
groups for events, but I wonder if it was something like very small scale, like just a few of them, and people that are, I don't know, just like that have the institutional knowledge and the know-how. Like you know so much about streaming and like what it takes to set that up. I don't know. I was just thinking like, what if it was advertised like that? Like, here is a build ready to go, and here's a host ready to
Yeah, I
help
think
you
they've
every
probably
step
done
of
it in
the
the
way,
past with
would
like
people be like,
Bay
oh
organizing
phew,
different
like
Mhm.
groups
I could
for
probably do
events,
this?
but I wonder if
I
it was
just
something like
didn't know where
very
to get
small
started,
scale,
but
like just a few of
there's help
them,
on the way.
and people that
But yeah,
are,
I see what I
I don't
know.
know,
I,
just
I
like that
agree,
have
like it
the
definitely
institutional
foundation
knowledge and the
to
know-how.
choose it
Like
Mm,
to
you
get
know
it
so much
started.
about streaming
yep,
and like
yep,
what it
and I mean,
takes
there
to
have
set
been
that up. I don't know.
not,
I was just
like,
thinking like, what
similar to
if it
this,
was
but
advertised like that? Like,
remember in the
here's a
past,
build
there was
ready to go, and
the,
here's
like,
a
kind of,
host
like,
ready
verified builder
to
thing, like, there were
help you every
builders
step of
signing
the
up,
way. Would people be like,
and
"Oh,
they
we're
would
gonna
be
do
like within
like
some sort
I
of
could
a
probably do
creator
this, but
program.
I just didn't know
Um,
where to get started." But yeah, like
the
the website.
but
I
yeah,
think it was Dow
mhm.
funded and very
Ah,
very Dow funded. They
oh,
contributed
okay.
a lot of money but
Yep,
yeah, it
yep.
was the
And I mean,
verified
there have
studio
been
site.
not like similar yes, to this, correct, but correct.
I
Like I
remember
can't
in the
speak
past
to
there was the
like how much
verified
how
builder
much
thing.
work was assigned to them, but I mean, it's definitely something to look at.
Yeah, I mean, I could see like 2 or 3 people, verified hosts, something like that, where they just I don't know, and I don't yeah, like Bay is doing different things. It almost would need to be just different smaller community members that I think the streaming part is would be huge, but I don't know, and then have a few builds just ready to go. Just the way you described it, I was like, "Ah, that would be so cool if it was like an event in a box just to get people started." And then, if it's successful, then they're like, "Yeah, now I want my own land and I can do my own events and stuff."
Yeah, I think yeah, new or new groups that want to host events. I think actually, yeah, having someone with them to kind of like just like show them that it's not as complicated as it may look. Maybe well, oh, someone is Spider-Manning everywhere. Crypto cube man, welcome. But
Awesome.
But yeah, I think it would be something good to, in a way, it's like first event, we or first few events, like it's like here we are. Any support that you may need, you got it. If anything breaks, like we have backup.
Yeah, yeah. I I'm gonna make this a job listing. I can think of a few people that have done like, some have hosted so many events. And I'm gonna throw your name in there. Like just have like it
Oh,
just to have the person, the go-to person.
hmm.
And I think the event page, how confounding the event page is. And like my Wednesday event was just
Oh, we
well,
got a robotic Canessa.
no. How about now?
Okay, better. You were saying about how your Wednesday event, and then I think I lost.
Yeah, like my Wednesday event, it just got taken off the event page. And I'm like, all right, if it just gets taken off the event page, then they, like then they don't want it. So I don't know. Like if you were a new user and that happened, you'd be like, what the heck? Did I break a rule? Why is this happening? How did I break it? Because like if users that have been here for years don't even know how they broke it, uh, it's I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I have yet to grasp the concept of the new website updates. Oh, I'm trying to get makeup here. There we go.
Well, I guess my feeling is like, they're trying so hard to get events on the page, and here there's somebody that's got a weekly event, and if yours gets taken off there, it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of like they need to fix it, or events are just gonna go away.
Yeah. Have you asked around in the Discord?
No, no, I will. It's just I know right now, like I'm just what school starts soon, and that will change.
Hmm.
I will have a lot more time. I just also was like, you know what, it's probably better these last few weeks, and yeah. So after school starts, I'll probably try to bug people.
Yeah. Oh my God. So couple weeks, school starting. So that. Oh wow. So like beginning of September in a way. Kid,
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
kids in your state are very lucky. The kids in my state are already in school.
Oh, but if there are snow days, one year they got out the week before the 4th of July.
What?
Yeah. That's that sucked.
Yeah, yeah, that's actually pretty late too. Yeah, I think kids here are like ending school like I think like first week of June is their finals or whatever. And looking around the room, I see Tim CEO. Welcome back. I know you used to join our spaces a lot. It's great to see the name and hope you're doing good. And we do have Make up here on stage. Good morning, Make. Have you slept?
A little bit.
A little
Uh, wha-
bit.
Thanks for coming in, Commando Talks and Vaped and Lunar Freak. Really appreciate you all. I went on a research field trip last night, and it was. No, the answer is I've slept about 2 hours, so I did sleep. And it was fucking incredible. Um, The event board's been really challenging. I just want to say, Canessa, since they made the first, change, and it was like scramble danger for a while, and it consistently either like you'll have it set all the time, and then it'll disappear. That's happened, and sometimes it just disappears for you for a little bit, and then you'll make an extra one. That was happening. So, can you hear me by the way? Because I don't see my
Yes.
Yep.
but you won't see that you have an event, and all of a sudden it'll be like you have an event every day, or you have two of the same events up. It's been a little rocky, I would say. I believe it's is it MIDI? Am I saying that right? The newer support person, MIDI, Maddie or MIDI.
Maddie, Mitty, something
Missy?
like
Um,
that.
Missy?
uh, they're, they are very quick to respond when it comes to the support of it. I also know that if you have it set for more than 2 years now, it will not be approved or removed. So that happened to me for the Metabeast party recently. So that was a change that was recently made. I know for some people that wouldn't make sense to do that for, but I mean, I don't think the Metabeast Roman party is going anywhere anytime soon. So I was surprised. Um, and then sometimes, like even adapting a flyer or something will throw things off. So it's definitely changing. I think maybe the deeper story that's consistent, like I mean, the new strategy going to these packs of coins and stuff. I was like, what happened to my monies? And when did we all decide that we were gonna move to this coin strategy? Like, I think they do as much as we feel like we're involved. Like top to bottom, there's some pretty wild decisions that just happen without the conversation that are surprising, maybe more surprising than the event board. But I think, or like when they make big changes that maybe if there are going to be 50, 100 of us at any given time or less on the platform, maybe they want to roll it out with the people who are spending all their time making the place great, so we adapt together. you know And it seems it's just funny what conversations are some of our conversations and all together, and some that major changes that might ruffle feathers that they might want to talk about. How do you feel about the new money system? I don't know that I figured it out yet, but I can't fish either.
I think the best breakdown of it was what Dr. Drip said. I think that like any change like that, it needed to come with a a tutorial or an AMA or some kind of release valve, a pressure release valve where we could be like, "All right, Kim, what? Like, what is this? How does it work?" Because it shouldn't take people from the community that are hearing about it for the first time to go through it, figure it out, and then try to explain it to everybody else. Why wasn't that done preemptively from foundation? It could have been a pre-recorded tutorial. It could have been a, hey guys, we're rolling this out tonight. We're going to hold an AMA in the DCL Discord, like nothing. And I think that just it's like a hot poker in a wound. Like maybe the marketplace credits are great, but when it's thrown in our lap and we have to put the puzzle pieces together ourselves, it just makes it worse. And so like, and then I'm like, pissed about the poster, and then people are thinking that that's like number one priority. It's like, no, it's not. But it's just like I just happen to like not like what they did with it. So I think they knew there were going to be ruffled feathers. So why not like bring down the stress level a little bit, explain it, like offer somebody to talk to one on one, like you said, for that the core 50 people. It doesn't have to be a giant X space with like public coming through, but man, we're just missing the mark
Yep. I mean,
100%.
especially here, I'm like, I scrolled all the way down to the page. Meet our top creators, and these people are talented. No, like, ill feeling towards them, but like, since when has Yannicus, Metaskins, Doki, Sauce, and KJ Walker been top creators in this space?
Yeah, I think it should be top creators who have, logged in in the past 30 days or published or contributed or bought something. Like maybe this, if you don't buy something with your marketplace credits, you're not eligible. Like if you're not claiming, if you're not like logging in and doing these things, then you're not eligible. Although somebody could say that about me because I've been really super busy this summer. So
Uh,
I get it. I
Uh,
get it.
or I mean, even
you're
just
still
like
here.
publishing, yeah.
Um, you know, can I just ask one other quick question? And I understand there's so many layers to publishing, but what do we think about like the actual financial system now opposed to Mana? Like Mana's going so far under the hood, so the two coins that are associated with everything we've built for better for worse, and now it's like you could buy packs of these. Like, does it? I don't want to say bastardized, but does it take away from the truth of? I mean, I know they're trying to change what the story is overall of making this like for all people and stuff, but does it take away from how we got here and why we got here? You know what I mean? And maybe that needs to change. Maybe the pool is not enough people crypto wide to say, hey, we aren't. This isn't the foundation of what we did. I think but when you change the foundation of what you are, sometimes you lose the plot, maybe. I don't know. I just was so taken aback by this one. Like, sure, I get super upset when the event board disappears or, you know, so many things. But I think the financial system that was like the backbone of what we've done in a lot of ways, just going completely under the hood and almost invisible. Like, what does that do to I mean, I know it's all fallen to very extreme scales and there's so many different ways to look at it, but I don't know. I think it's just such a slippery slope.
There was a such a good quote that somebody said years ago. And I forget who said it. I think it was somebody. They said essentially matter. Nobody
Oh,
shows up.
robots, Canessa.
Oh, what about now?
I might need more words to confirm.
Okay, how
Oh,
about now? Simple.
now, loud and clear. Okay,
Okay.
you were the last thing we
Okay.
heard was there was a quote that you heard.
There was a quote that somebody said. It said, "Does decentralization matter if nobody shows up for it?" And I think that we will die on our island alone with pure Web3 ethics if we don't like evolve. And yeah. So I feel like we're seeing it. We're seeing what happens to Nifty and other places that for whatever reason they're not evolving and adapting and they can't make it work. So like I know what you're saying, make, but I guess we have to at this stage. Like
So
survival of the fittest. It's not survival of the fittest, it's survival of those most willing to adapt.
fair enough. I will say, I mean, at least from what I've heard in the background chatter from different groups, So Nifty had rebuilt their reward system, payment system, like their entire financial backbone, and it sounds like like a hacker or somebody got into that and started manipulating it to an extreme amount. That's, I mean, who knows if it's true? I mean, I've just down the pipeline and we're all metaverse people. So if some other buddy could correct me, but that is what I've heard, that the system that got put in place for their updated, like they had a generation two basically come out. Um, and then that was compromised. So I don't know that they're fully gone. They might be fully gone because that was what the shot they were shooting. But I don't know that it was just dying by the sword more than it was dying by fucking hackers and shitty people. Um, yeah, but good. I mean, I just, again, I'm totally with it. I mean, at the end of the day, if we're going to be 100 people on this platform, then it's not going to exist. There is not a AAA game or even iPhone game. There's not a single iPhone game that somebody's paying from Apple that exists with 100 total users that gets to keep going. It's just the reality. So I get it. I just wonder what pieces of the back are this fine were okay. Like this was I thought this was a bigger change than like changing. We get upset when they change the front. Oh, we changed the Genesis Plaza. We're up in arms, or it's broken. But this was like an entire financial system, right? So I don't know. It's just surprising. I'm surprised there aren't more people with their pitchforks on that situation than others.
Drip did bring a good point up to me yesterday that I didn't even think about. The secondary market, this change basically killed the secondary market because, like, like individuals like us, we can figure it out and like get to a point where we could buy items on the secondary market, but not everyone will be able to figure that out. So that is kind of like a
So
blow to
this
creators as well.
the secondary market is still mana. I mean, maybe somebody needs to explain it more. Like, I don't know that I've dove in deep enough to actually understand what's going on. I was just like, oh, where's mana?
Or actually, never mind. It's not.
Mm,
Oh, oh,
My
oh, oh.
understanding, I had a conversation with Derek in the CBD the other day, um, is that it's only newly created wearables that are in this marketplace,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
correct?
But then if you wanted to get to like the old style
Yeah, I
marketplace,
no
you'd
idea
have
where to go.
you'd have to like go to the shop drop down, click on land, and then from there you can click on collectibles and you will see the mana approximate price
Yeah, so that
to secondary item or to item.
to me, I would be in agreement that that basically kills the secondary market.
Yeah. So and who knows? We haven't had the chance to even like really talk to anyone. Oh, got to get Canessa back up here, um, and like kind of like tell them it could be that they don't even know. Like there have been many times that like changes have been made, and it's like, hey, by the way, the disconnect is very clear here. Oh wait, how do I get
Well, but
Canessa?
it also fits with their basically removing any connection to the DAO from their web page, with the exception of vote all the way down at the bottom too.
Yeah, did they ever like advertise the DAO in their main website? That's what I'm trying. Like, they had the DAO button at the top, yeah, but I mean, I don't think they've ever advertised.
Test, test. Can you hear me now?
I
Sorry.
welcome back, welcome back. I'll pass it to you in case you were telling us some uh lore that we did not know of.
No, no,
No
but
lore.
but I'm very upset that the secondary marketplace is so difficult to find. And so I'm just like trying to be patient, and I assume they will fix that, but holy mackerel, like there's people here only for that reason, to like, and that has always been a good benefit of being here. Sorry, am I robotic? I feel like I'm
Nope,
robotic
nope,
because
you're
I'm
good.
getting nerd.
You're actually
Okay,
very clear.
because I'm like getting notifications as I'm speaking. So yeah, I don't know, like that if it's that hard to find secondary. I know, like, Fancy is Fancy still here? Fancy's here. Yeah, like, I don't know, Fancy. What are we gonna do? Where are we
I
gonna
just want to
chop it?
point out. Sorry for I thought there was a pause. Go ahead.
There was. I was just rambling.
Uh, I just want to point out if you go to the CBD general chat, Zesty actually posted something there. There's a cluster of messages from Kim that addresses that. So she and Zesty had sort of a back and forth, and that somewhat addresses it. I don't know if you all have seen that or read it. I know Canessa, you posted something about the hangry whatever space yesterday. It's just above that fold. Um, but I think let's see, yeah, August 14th. This one is from well, basically 24 hours ago. Kim said, if you prefer to still purchase in mana, you can absolutely still do that. The idea is to make it more accessible. Um, let's see. In all my conversations, the marketplace is staying. So there's the shop and there's the marketplace. So the concern about the secondary marketplace going away, um, that leads me to believe that it's not going anywhere. Um, and I guess I have a little bit of ambivalence, about it. I'm definitely in the same camp as you, Canessa. It's like I'm gonna wait and see. Um, we as humans, we habituate to things quite easily. We like things to be routine. We do like novelty, but we definitely like comfort and predictability. Um, I know when names got you the capability of creating worlds first came into existence, that was a quite a shock. Um, and I'm hoping I know that it was poorly communicated and poorly rolled out and all that, but it's still here, and I think it's actually quite an asset. One of the things that Kim mentioned on the space yesterday was, you can buy land. The floor price is still like 65 to like $95. Um, or for a tenth of that right now you can buy a name and build something. So it's got a couple of different entry levels, and I think that's wonderful. I don't know how the shop is going to shake out, but I think one thing that I would just encourage everybody to consider: we are not the audience for the shop. We just aren't. And it doesn't appeal to us, I think, in many ways because we're not the intended audience. Um, one other thing that Kim mentioned was the Apple store or whatever. Like if it has anything to do with crypto, you can't put your app in the Apple store or something like that. I may be misremembering it. Oh yeah, here it is.
No,
It says
that's correct. And we had 3 months, I believe, to remediate that problem, and I think that is also what when this is
okay.
to my knowledge,
Okay.
that this
So
is
go ahead. Sorry.
We
It's
hear
just
you
hard to hear you.
robotic.
You keep cutting in and out. Canessa. Okay. While Canessa's trying to get that fixed, let me just read this. In all of my conversations, marketplace is staying. Shop is the new user opportunity that is easy to understand, devoid of the Web3 processes happening on the back end. It also allows us to stay live on the Apple Store, et cetera, which is what you were talking about, Canessa. meaning you had 3 months to remediate that or to fix that. And I guess this is their fix, right? So if we go away from the Apple Store, that's because we didn't meet that requirement. You can still buy with Mana, own and sell your goods as you choose. So that to me says, yeah, secondary is still there. To get back to the ambivalent thing about it is like, um, somebody could make a secondary market, right? Like, MetaTiger has this amazing tool that we've been using on ABCs for a year and a half, 2 years now. It's I think it's metatiger.art. Um, I'll find it and mention it to everybody, but it's like, it's so much better than the marketplace search. It's like I can always find something. Um, a lot of the functionality of that and some of the functionality from Madamus's closet. If you guys remember the closet, that was a really great tool. Um, that functionality has been rolled into the Decentraland.social client that Laster and I are working on. And this isn't a shill for that. It's just like, uh, it took he and I about a week to get the backpack like into shape. And as Lastrom calls it, it's parity plus. So it's like it does everything that the desktop client does, you know, but better. The mobile client does many of the things that the desktop client does, but it does some other things better. Um, so yeah, I think, oh, the secondary market. No, the secondary market's not going anywhere. It's like these still are assets with URNs. They still are NFTs that exist on the Ethereum network, L1 and L2 mainnet. Uh, as last time I checked, you can still buy and sell stuff in NFTs, so long as you got the coin, right? So yeah, that's I just wanted to add that little bit. Thank you.
And let's see if Canessa is back.
Now.
It was a little choppy, but I understood.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that would also be
okay. I think it's still glitchy.
I'm
Oh,
so
there you are.
sorry. It seems like it and doesn't other times.
Mm-hmm. but I think it's maybe good now. Want to pass it to Dr. Drip?
Hey, good morning. I like what Oddjob said. I would like to respond to it a little bit though, because I think my qualm with the new shop is not so. It's nice to hear Kim validating that the marketplace has no intentions of going away, but the problem I have with the shop is it's basically nuked the user experience for accessing the secondary market. Accessibility to that market is just so like if and it shouldn't be like that. I've used MetaTiger search tool. He implemented a SQL database that indexes everything, so it loads lightning fast. Lastrum has another method of doing it. I actually made a tool on hodlers.drdrip.com that uses the DCL APIs and loads it really well. And like my quick point there is like they could have improved the way that the marketplace loads a long time ago, and now they've created the shop that works very well. So I just kind of wish that they did revisit the marketplace. And like I said, I think they could have done it a long time ago. But to go back to my main point, and this is my biggest point, is the new users. If we're targeting normies with credit cards, I'm all for making money off normies paying me to mint my items, but the greater economy comes from secondary sales, and it's just so convoluted on how you would go about selling your items. There is no direct flow. There's no link that says sell your items here. So if they were ever going to expand to allow you to sell items with credits, that would be interesting. I'm not sure I would be for or against it, but at least then there would be a flow to directly access the avenue to be able to do that instead of hiding it under the hood along with the Web3 marketplace. So that would be my biggest qualm is we've dismantled the metaphorically dismantled the bridge to get over to that entire economy factor. I could go on to expand on my opinions about the credits and the shop, but I think that would be my most important factor is we need a way for these new users and these normies to know that they can sell. Like just saying, oh, you guys still have the freedom to do it does not that doesn't check the box for me, because we need the normies to know that they can do it and be able to easily do it without having to go under go find the land drop down menu just to get back to the old marketplace. I rest my case.
Yep, that is a good point, Drip. And on screen, from the new shop, I have like an item pulled up, like something that I own, and it only gives me the option to transfer it. Where's the option to sell it? Like, it isn't one of our things like we own our assets, like we could send them or sell them if we want. But yeah, good points, Dr. Drip. And if AJ is still, oh, I think he's down at the listeners. So if you
um,
would like to respond, you're more than welcome to come up. Go ahead, Drip.
Also, I mean, let's just say that you go and look at one of my items and it's expensive, and you go and you're like, oh, I want this, but I have to pay, $20, and you don't know that there's some available for $1.50. You have no idea, and I think that's kind of important.
Totally, totally. Yeah, yeah, I definitely feel like the secondary market experience has just been nuked, as you mentioned. Yeah, I agree. So, uh, like, kind of, and I'm not telling anyone to do this, like, but I'm kind of like just thinking in my mind, like, if all of us that use the platform were to say we're not using credits, we're gonna just stick to the secondary market. We will use MetaTiger service, we will use whoever's service, but we're not touching this. How many people would actually be buying credits? And like I would like to know, like, how many, like, if we're not the product, like, where, like, how many people worth of the product would be buying, or the target product? I don't think many.
Well, I mean, I personally, yeah, I stopped buying. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to figure out how to buy. Also, I've been super busy, but like, I just I'm not excited. And that right there is like sad and done.
We had a little robo Canessa there.
Shoot, sorry, it's probably good. You can hear this.
No, it's totally okay. No need to apologize because while a lot of us are sitting in front of a screen, you're sitting in front of trees. So but in reality, I think you're winning.
And
There you are.
like no trend.
Oh, sorry, I got excited when I heard your voice. Uh, okay, I think we could. pass it to AJ.
Hey, um, so I I I I want to acknowledge what you said, Dr. Drip, in terms of it not checking the boxes for you, and uh, I get that. Um, I'll just reiterate what I said earlier in that, we're not the intended audience. Um, let me just go to the website right now to Decentraland Market, because like uh, Decentraland .org/marketplace. Let me sign in. Um, to be quite blunt, about it, yeah, I definitely, if I'm going to send uh, my friends, my Farcaster friends to Decentraland, and let's say they want to buy the Warplet skin, and a couple of people have won it on through Jump Zone, and maybe one of those people want to sell it on secondary. I'd much rather have them get the um, the asset, by paying less money, right? I mean, that's pretty much how the market works. Um, yeah, I think that, well, I think a lot of things, but like, what is the main thing, right? I keep coming back to this thing that I learned when I was in sales, and it's like the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And uh, I totally hear what you're saying, Doc, in terms of allowing the new users to get to the secondary. But the main thing before any of that is to get new users, right? So perhaps there will be a secondary market component to this in the future. But I see the shop as an MVP that checks the box, that keeps the Decentraland app in the Apple store, right? Um, I think about, um, I still give out gift cards for Roblox and Minecraft and Fortnite and PlayStation and whatever, for my students as motivators. And I'll be looking at buying some of those here. And um, it there's a reduced friction, in those environments where, once you convert your cash to these Robux, or whatever, V-Bucks, whatever you want to call them. um, and once it reaches that layer of abstraction, people um, end up spending more money, because it's not cash in hand. And once it's like a credit that can be renewed as mana, which has a US dollar value that's not pegged to 11 cents per credit, or whatever, it's like it becomes really confusing, and um, it's hard to keep track of all of that. Um, but more so than us selling wearables, it's we need people in the in Decentraland. It's butts in seats. I think that's the main thing. So I'm still okay to wait and see. Uh, I don't think the shop being the way it is, the MVP shop, maybe it'll have secondary, maybe it won't ever have that. Um, I'm still okay to wait and see. I don't think anything's going to collapse, from where it is right now. Um, but by reducing friction, um, and I think the shop does that, it will get more butts in seats. Um, what I was really interested in talking about today was like, holy shit, there's a lot of things to do in Decentraland. um, am I wrong? Uh, there's way more things. And I see Make has his hand up and Doc has his hand up, so I just wanted to um, sort of leave that seed there, and I'll stop talking and hear what Make and Doc have to say.
I want to respond briefly to that. I appreciate what you're saying, and I'm not discounting the fact that this is for a new audience. I'm just adding to that that I believe the new audience does deserve to know that you're not just buying this item to use it in the game. You can sell it, and I think that that becomes very convoluted with no link to the secondary marketplace. So I agree with you. I hope that they do improve upon that, and at the very least put somewhere on the website, sell your items here or something. I think that would help a lot. And also, if that's the new audience that we're targeting, I feel like if they landed on this page and saw that they can sell their items again, that would increase sales and increase conversions more. So I think that I'd frame what I'm saying as not so much as just a criticism, but rather a recommendation that it it might be beneficial to include some sort of indicator somewhere that a secondary market exists.
Thank you, Drip. And Make, did you have a thought
I got a
on this?
couple. I mean, one, what's to say? I guess maybe I need deeper understanding of it because I see the point of it being like on Apple. Like, I almost wonder if, like, I know we're looking for new users, and I know this for whatever reason, this is an easier barrier for all these new people to come play with us. I think it does, maybe not a Dr. Drip or, a Canessa who makes these things or a Meta Tiger, who can go down this path. But I mean, the creators who make this place special and the stuff we all wear, and like, I think it's just such a big part of who we are, regardless of even secondary says it's like the right to exist type of thing, and the right to exist forever. Like NFTs at one point were supposed to be in our hearts. So I'm just like sitting here saying, did the whole thing need to be taken so far back from what we stand for to be whatever we're going to be next? Or could have that just changed for mobile? You know what I mean? Like, I- yeah, yeah. I'm very perplexed by like. I feel like that's. I mean, maybe that's just us and the crypto nature of things, but I just feel like it was so important to the whole point we were here. And I don't even make personal wearables, right? I go hire people or team up with people. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, what do we tell the next person who wants to come in and sell their jacket and just sell it with credit? It's surprising. I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I just kind of like, I almost feel like I feel bad. Like, we are not the audience and all that. Well, we're not the audience, but we are the citizens. I mean, I go back to that thought, and I just feel like it's a slippery slope, you know, um, to finding these users. I get compliance. Could the compliance have existed more as a mobile truth than the full truth? Um, it's really interesting to me. I'm just wondering. I mean, how far away do we have to get from what we are to be what they want us to be? And I agree with butts and seats. End of the day, ticket sales for anything, you either got users or you don't. But if you alienate your base so far that they don't understand what's going on or they feel like they're not being heard again. Like, I think this always goes back to this: when they make these colossal changes, we're the last ones to know, and yet we'll squibble over things in these meetings and these groups like we're all making changes together. But that, that you know, uh, I mean, like, why go to these down meetings? Like, I love going to see Toxic, and I love talking about people being banned, like two people or whatever. But if we don't count, like it's hard to see the point to some of this stuff. Like I'll rather, okay, I'll just show up and throw a party with you. I love you. I love hanging out here, but we're just like responding to the whatever happens, you know? Like let's change our entire foundation. We don't need to even have a conversation about this or a thought on how to make this great for the people who do it, you know? That's all.
Uh, Want to put people's attention to what Brandon typed in the CBD general chat. Um, I don't know. I guess maybe Brandon isn't in a place where he can talk. Um, it's got a few sentences, but uh, to your point, make no game I've ever played. Y- you casually see and talk to the dev marketing leadership like we do. To be honest, as a whole, we've been completely spoiled for the past few years when it comes to the culture of a 3D world online. I think conforming to the regulars and setting the proper standards to be on marketplaces is the only way to get your investment back from land wearables. And there's more, but I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing. I just wanted to give voice to Brandon, who may not have a voice right now.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad because that was going to be my question. Is it just me, or do we kind of forget that whatever? There's nothing else in the world like the relationship between the community and the foundation and the DAO. I don't think. I mean,
I agree. You know, if you all haven't listened to the space from last night, from yesterday, I encourage people to go listen to it. And you know, Sinful, you talked about it a little earlier, and I haven't even listened to the whole thing. I mean, it's 2 hours, and I'm about an hour into it. Um, but I think it's a really good example of, you know, you've got somebody from the foundation, you know, the organization that's creating the main desktop client, and then you got, you know, Sinful, uh, you know, from, you know, just some dude from the community, and it's like that could be yeah, I remember spaces from like 4 years ago where it was really contentious. And you know, maybe it'll get that way again when things start to pick up and there's more money flowing and there's more success as acrimony tends to increase when that stuff happens. But yeah, I think it's a really rare and genuine thing. And I'm not, you know, whatever. I'm an optimist, right? So I'm not trying to be toxic positivity over here. I am trying to be quite realistic. But I do think it is, you know, something genuine. But I I think it is also important to raise the issues as you have Make and as you have Doc, because it's like it's that tension um, between, you know, who knows Decentraland um, better than us. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, even there's many of you out there that use it way more than I do even, and it's like, yeah, you guys are the super users, and you definitely know the ins and outs and the wrinkles. So y'all are definitely the experts.
and who knows? Maybe we get all that we wanted from the same but different platform, i.e., Lastrom and AJ.
Yeah, I mean, who the fuck knows? That thing is we just passed the 2 month mark, and I think that's pretty phenomenal, and it's still improving every day. I'm astounded every day by the improvements. There's still a lot that can be done, but holy shit, you know,
I
it's
have.
faster
I
than
actually did one myself too.
that's
Um,
great. Yeah.
but I don't know if it's causing problems or not, or what I'm supposed to do from here. But I had suggested in the Notion a long time ago, and it wasn't opposed, to add a color picker, the eyedropper style, so you can get more
or
specific on your colors in the backpack for your hair and RGBs and such.
oh yeah, no, that's there in the 3JS client, for
Oh,
sure.
okay,
I
cool.
mean, I don't know that it's like a little eyedropper, but it's like a crosshairs or something. And maybe I'm misspeaking because like things move pretty fast and furious. And there was something that I added to the profile. Um, like the avatar was super tiny. It was like a third of the size of the window. And the loading circle kept spinning. And I had changed that like, a month ago. And it's still, reverted back to the old one. So it's like, yeah, just go go into the 3JS, decentraland.social, and then click on the labs. It's the four little squares over on the left hand side. Click on help, and then just leave a suggestion that I don't see that or whatever. Like go look for it, and then yeah, I mean,
I was posting in the
great.
Discord for
Yeah, just
for last
do
one.
it just do it through the actual app, and then it'll go to Lastrum directly through GitHub or whatever. So I think it'll be visualized better that way.
Go ahead, Make. I thought I saw his hand go up. Think he went down to listeners.
He might have been
I'll
waving goodbye.
maybe. I'll invite him back up just in case too. But this has all been good conversation today.
There's a follow up from Brandon. I'll just use this moment of quiet to read some of that. He's like, unless you are being paid from the site, you are just a super user, uh, super fan, super user. That is literally 98% of the people here. I just think it's important to keep that in mind. We are all important in our own way. But guys, we are just users on the site. We have made it more than that, but don't let emotions cloud the reality of this.
Okay, so with the we are just users on this site. In all reality, we could move if we wanted to. um
Where are we
because
gonna
that's
go?
I don't know. Lastrom is
Where
building
are we gonna
a
go?
very cool. Lastrom's building a very cool. What is it? Browser for Decentraland. Way to get in.
Yep,
Meta
that's a
Tiger
that's a
has.
client. You need there's two parts to it. You need a server and you need a client. And
Yeah.
yeah, if we wanted to go somewhere, we're still gonna go to Decentraland. We're still gonna use a client. We're still gonna get the content off the servers. To like make it truly decentralized. Uh, there's stuff through IPFS and whatever if you want to get super nerdy and technical to like spin up your own node to spin up your own
Yep.
Catalyst server. uh that would be awesome, right? Like I got three unused PCs here. I could like fire one of these up and put a Catalyst server on there. I don't know how effective that's going to be to hang out in CBD Plaza. um but yeah, that would be interesting to try out. I think it's just we we definitely need each other, and I'm glad that we have recognized that. Um, when I was listening to the hangry animal thing that you were on yesterday, Sinful, I was hearkening back to when Kim first came on. I think she said September of 2022, and that was after July and August when we were in Miami, and we sort of like crashed the meeting, the foundation meeting.
Oh, Oh no, we were in Miami in November. Kim was
Oh, that's right. Kim
like
was already there.
PB's assistant back then.
Okay, 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 okay. I got the timeline a little messed up, but it's like, um, yeah, it's we need each other. Right? I get your point. Point well taken. Like if we leave, and there's nobody in the world, then it's like, you can navel gaze all you want about this, that, or the other thing.
And
Um,
do we just pack it up and leave our builds there? Because I know somebody's brought that one up about clearing away the junk.
yeah, I can still run it on localhost if I want to like go jump in the jump zone all by myself or have a LAN party and have people come over to my house and do that. But yeah, I I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like to go down that road. It's like, yeah, I guess at some point we may have to think about unwinding everything, like because nothing lasts forever. Um, but yeah, I still think we got this is a pretty rare. I mean, this is like the unicorn, right? Um, in the last month, how many uh, Web3 projects and slash virtual spaces have shuttered their doors. Like uh, it's been a lot of projects that got started on Farcaster. Farcaster's down to like I think 8,000 daily active users or something like that, and it was in the tens of thousands, right? So it's down everywhere, right? It's not just in Decentraland, and a lot of people are having to take stock and what their model is and having to pivot. Um, but yeah, I think we still got something really really cool going on. Um, listening to Kim talk about how it's a social first 3D platform and the fact that I have spent time with all of y'all, from around the world. Like I'm thinking of well, Scatlion, who's working on the land grant, or I'm thinking of MetaTiger, who I first met at uh oh my god, with the meteors. Having a senior moment
Wonder
here.
mine.
Wondermind, thank you. I first met MetaTiger at Wondermind, and on the rise, and everybody, just from all around the world. Um, and I think of you guys as people first. Um, and I think it's mainly because we do meet in like a virtual space, even if it is a video game or whatever you want to call it. There's still that important component of humanity. So yeah, I think I got lost on my little bird walk there, but I'll step down so other people can talk.
I don't know if you had your hand up, Make, but real quick, I had actually yesterday I even asked AI how many Web3 games still exist, and it said less than 90% of anything that started like 2018 onward, 2020 maybe, uh, less than 90%, and it listed Decentraland, Splinterlands, Upland, and a couple others. I actually posted that. I'll see if I can find it and put it down below.
All right, I'm gonna jump in. My hands up. Can you hear me, Sin?
Loud and
By the
clear.
way, full disclosure, because of how important this is, just to be with my friends and grow together. I'm literally in a pool floaty talking to y'all because we matter and the users matter and our friendships matter, and building what we think is building the place we love together is what makes it so special. And I like to think that I share a very like overall, like we all have a partnership with the foundation. If you listen to a lot of what Kim was saying, that's why she spent a lot of time speaking in that space, because I was also there, about that relationship and how we all grow together and make decisions together. And they do it from a nonprofit standpoint, so they don't have to answer to everybody. Like, there's just a lot of layers of truth, and I 100% agree with Brandon. What makes our relationship, what makes this platform so amazing, is the fact that we get to help shape it. Um, and generally speaking, through the periods, maybe not this one, when there were huge changes, at least there'd be a conversation. Is all I'm saying. And I think, like, maybe sure, it's a place to hang out. I mean, ultimately, my favorite thing to do is DJ and hang out and make a party with Sin and the fam, right? And introduce people to music. But what about the next Dr. Drip, or the next M, or next Meta Tiger? Are we still giving them a pipeline in this new story that's clear, whether they're going to get rich or not, but just that they feel comfortable building with the same. I mean, the options aren't, I guess, the same, you know. uh yeah, it just takes a little shine away, I guess, from what our concept is. And I guess the core always has to change if we want to survive. um but that is the relationship that we've all enjoyed, also with the foundation, the right to speak our minds, the right to get together. I think this chapter could have been done a little bit with the drips and the canessas and the meditators, maybe not with everybody. Like, okay, we're going to make a fundamental change of what we're doing, and I get they make the decisions and pay the checks and all the things, but maybe there's a rollout plan that supports a concept like Dr. Drip or M. Again, it doesn't really insert your dope ass wearable emote maker. Like, it, how about saying we fundamentally need to change? Things need to change. We're on the clock. What are the best ways to facilitate those changes to help growth and keep those people inspired to do the things that they do? That's all. I mean, the message again from Kim was, the most beautiful thing that we have is we all work together to make this place great. And I just think this was a much bigger change to the core of our thing, then that was maybe worth a conversation on how to make it better for the people who are actively doing that stuff. Because I still think making emotes and making these things and the way it works is such a draw to the special people who stay here. I'm gonna sit in my floaty.
You sound comfortable. I can hear like the like
Bro,
a
I'm
little
going
water
on like
fountain in the back.
2
I can hear
hours.
the
I'm literally in the floaty holding my phone above water because I love me some you all.
uh
If anybody
man.
would like to purchase feet picks for mana, we will be doing a Discord silently.
Oh, you're gonna use mana, not the Decentraland marketplace credits for this? Or shop credits?
Can't even catch a fish.
uh that was great. That was great. But yeah, I mean, this has definitely been a great conversation, and I'm only hoping, and perhaps maybe even like after this, or maybe even here, like I want to ask permission, like in case there were some clips from today of like anyone sharing their opinions, if it would be okay to kind of like chop it up and post them, and because then that could be somewhere to point towards, at least for like whenever foundation member or Kim, like, hey, well, what are how's the community feeling about this? And it's like, here you go, little here are 10 minute and a half clips of people sharing.
So, how do those people who go buy credits and stuff then go buy land? Do they have to then figure out? I mean, I haven't dove in deep. I've just been confused and unwilling to do much except stay on my wave. Like, so do they? then buy mana for land.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, like the whole shop is like the new overview, but then if you on the drop down, if you click on land, it'll just go back to the old marketplace that we had. Black background and all that, and it's priced in mana.
So can people buy mana with credit? You know what I mean? Like if you
They
get
up.
somebody to come in, you know what I mean? Can you swap it for the credits for mana to buy land? Like if somebody comes and I
I
was like, I'm coming in, I'm buying land, and they buy $500 in credits, can they turn around and swap that?
Yeah, it's not looking too good, chat. From what I'm seeing, it just says buy with mana. Let's click on it. Let's see. Buy. Maybe I could like use a different token here. No, I just see die and all that stuff. I don't see the Decentraland native token. Man, I'm gonna miss saying, oh yes, we buy and sell items with mana. Mana is our native Decentraland token. Sadness. I am sad. End of an era. But yeah, looks like you can only buy land with mana. But you can buy, your mana with a credit card. You have been able to for years now with through MoonPay and Transact.
I was just, and you could buy a name with credits or no?
Yes, actually, with credit, you can actually buy names with credits.
And is there a associated cost that becomes like a more stable thing? Like instead of whatever $7 now, is it back to 50 or 100? Like, just wondering.
Mm, I couldn't answer on that part. And just now, I'm trying to buy a name, or I just tried to like just type a random name to see what it asked me to pay with. It's still saying 100 mana, but I thought there were conversations in the general chat in CBD with Zesty kind of making these like test transactions or test um, like kind of just setups to buy a name, and he was saying he was getting the credits. Maybe I'm in the wrong place.
So maybe to rephrase, I mean, the concept, what about like in a response to where we are now? And I don't want to go as deep as say response committee or response, that's the last thing we need, another group of people trying to figure something out for all the things. But maybe there is a group of core builders or wearable makers, emo makers that could have a think with the powers that be a little bit, you know? Like how do we take where we're at right now, that this new landing concept, and how do we make it work better for Dr. Drip or better for MetaTiger? And by the way, MetaTiger, I was touching a lot of grass yesterday. Your event looked amazing, and I really hope you do it again.
Yeah, I was so upset I missed Meta Tiger's event because Billy had sent me a picture. I had left Miu at Genesis Plaza AFK, and while I was out like getting dinner and stuff, I get a message from Billy with a picture of me at Meta Tiger's event. And he's like, I think you are projecting from Genesis Plaza into this parcel. So in a way I was at the event, but I also wasn't.
It looked so incredible. I tried to get online in my adventures. I managed to say hi to everybody, but anyway, that looked incredible. But for real, like if Dr. Drip's there, like how could we pivot from this point that we're at? How could they pivot to make this a better threshold with, and I heard already like an easier entryway, like sell or whatever. It sounds like you can't really sell on secondary in this format now. But if we could, what would be the ways to make this a better process, or like us more comfortable?
I don't know, but let me tell you my experience with it. I swear to God, I had flashbacks to when I would open up Blender for the first time and see the UI and say, "Oh hell no!" And just I didn't spend more than probably 30 seconds on it, and I said, "No, I don't have time for this right now."
I'm having flashbacks right now, but they're not from Blender. I'm just kidding.
Uh, Meta Tiger made a comment in World. He says, "I still don't know why I didn't leave DCL after the toga party, November 12th, 2021." And I remember that toga party. It was a big toga party. Uh, Meta Wolf, I was there. He said, "Must have been the homies, not the platform." Why he stayed.
So, are you telling me there's toga wearables out there somewhere? I've never
There
seen.
are there are toga wearables, but good luck finding them since
Oh,
our
uh,
secondary market is
oh yeah,
buried.
I have no idea.
I mean, technically, some of the holy ones still had togas, right?
Well, I
Um,
think you're referring to Toga Jesus or something.
I still have my toga,
yeah, I
Jesus.
suppose it. I considered it more of a robe, I guess. I don't know, but yeah,
True,
kind of. I suppose I would
but
say they
yes,
could count.
I'm gonna throw on my toga, my 2020 November 12th, 2021 toga that I got at the MetaZoo toga party, and this was like I think this was like a collaboration that had been done with like Aaron Loop from Waifuman and uh MetaZoo. So yeah, very special times. And it came with a special toga waifu. Drip, go ahead. I see your hand is up.
Yeah, I guess the way to do constructive feedback is you're supposed to say something nice before you bring up the complaint. So I'm doing this backwards. But I did want to compliment the new shop. The design is beautiful. The items load extremely quickly and efficiently. And I think my favorite feature is when you go to collectibles and it shows all the different items, the grid of cards. You put your mouse over one of them and it shows your avatar with that item on. I think that that is an amazing shopping experience. I think that's the future of e-commerce really. Like if only you could go onto let's say Nordstrom and put your mouse over something and you see yourself wearing it. I think that's really cool. So I did want to point out this is beautiful and it works really well.
Yeah, no doubt. Like compared to the marketplace, like the marketplace always having that black background and stuff like that. This is a lot more visually pleasing and easier to look at for sure. In a way, I feel like they were also aiming towards simplicity. Like it seems like everything is pretty straightforward. I almost feel like I'm in an Apple store. but but once again, they need to change those meet our top creators. Alrighty. So I mean, we've been going for about hour 45. I'm gonna kick it over to my speakers here if there are any other topics you'd like to touch on today, or even to the listeners down there, if there are any comments or topics or opinions you'd like to share. Like you're more than welcome to come up and speak. If not, I will probably begin to wind down here and get back to these hot Saturday. It's coming down to the wire for me here. Like, as NFT New York approaches, it seems like time is going faster. eh, and I'm constantly finding myself with more and more things that I need to do. uh, Alrighty. Well, I don't have any requests, or our speakers haven't pounced with any topics. So perhaps it is a good time to wind down. And also, I did want to point out in world, I think we have a new friend here joining us, Beza. I'm seeing a default avatar, which Beza, don't you worry, this will change very quickly the more you hang out with us. And not from you buying marketplace credits. But welcome, Beza, and thank you for being here. And congratulations on minting your name if you are a new user. And I do see Gold Boss that joined us in World as well. Great to see you, Gold Boss. And congratulations on your new acquisitions. I do know that you've been building as well and sharing your builds with the ABC crew. Uh, so, this is very exciting to see, and and also don't be scared to try things. The sky's the limit. I feel like when it comes to Decentraland building, we have not scratched the surface of what we could do. Oh, actually, I guess before I close down and play some music for us, I did want to also run over to Brandon's land because he had recently deployed a his omen to his parcel. So now you could now you could have a little omen just walking around your parcels. Is this another one? Oh no, this is a flower. I can collect the flower. And looks like the omen poops mushrooms. Go ahead, Drip.
Yeah, I found something really interesting, and maybe they do totally plan to implement a secondary marketplace. I'm not sure. It would have been nice to have heard that from Kim, but what I've discovered is when you're in the shop and you're looking at, like, let's say, my items, or you could go to activity tab and it shows like your last purchases. There's a tab called approvals, and when you go there, there's two toggles for buying, which says top up a purchase with mana or pay a whole purchase with mana. Those are on by default. And under that, it says for selling. And it shows every single item that I own. They're all toggled to off, except for the items that I've published are automatically toggled to on. And the description says, let the shop transfer items from this collection when they sell. It covers the whole collection, not a single item. So I'm not sure why it would show, like, for example, I've got the Farcaster pack, I could toggle it on. I tried it with an item and went and looked to see if there was any discretion that it could be sold there. So it doesn't look like it has an effect for that. But seeing that there makes me wonder if maybe they do plan to create some sort of secondary market mechanism where you can sell. So that's an interesting find. I just wanted to bring it up.
Oh, yeah, perhaps we're just getting ahead of ourselves. And I did, while you were explaining it, I did go over to the one of my items. I guess since it's at the top in Meta Tiger, I'm not gonna sell it. Like I never sell my gifts. Um, but I toggled on the Meta Tiger Jolly Roger. Now that it's on, like I wonder if the steps are already there to like set it up. It's just that we have not poked around enough. Maybe later. Roger. Maybe manage. No. Okay, maybe in the future.
Hey, one nice thing, Sin, they finally started fixing like the leather jacket and other items that had a bunch of like we would go to click on the leather jacket and say, "This is a fraud and be careful." And you're like, "But it's
Yeah.
me." Uh,
Yeah.
they managed to repair that, at least for a bunch of wearables. It sounds like it was actually a secondary company MetaMask was working with to like go through and manage what could be risk or fraud, and a lot of us got tied up into that default. So that's
Oh.
interesting. That's a positive.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that is
go
that
ahead.
Michael K's wallet guard?
It was not wallet card. It was actually like a second. But that is funny.
Yeah.
No, but it is fixed. Like I was so pleased to be like, great. I'm not a fraud. Sending this to you, new people.
Mhm. Yeah, it definitely was very scary, even as the sender. Like, it said, like, you were about to sign something malicious. It's something along those lines. And you're just like, I don't want to send this item anymore.
You literally like Make's been trying to scam us the whole time.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to do right now, since you mentioned that, I'm going to send your jacket over to the new friend that we have here in world. And wow, you're right, you're right, it's cleared up. Yep, it didn't give me that scary signal. um it let me send it, and I don't know if this may have been a like a one-time thing, but it actually sent pretty quick. Like, normally it spins for me under the history, like, before sending for a while,
Hey, and
but
you know what's great? Our new friend can't turn around and floor it right now. Let's go.
he can if he figures out how to get to the secondary marketplace. Oh, but Beza, I have just sent you one of Make's jackets here. We have the item here on screen for you to like just look at. It should arrive in your wallet here in like maybe 5 minutes or so, unless like some changes or fixes have been made to how quick items get to you. But yeah, welcome to Decentraland. All right. I I think it's time. All right, all right. So I'm gonna go around the room here, and we're gonna go through our final thoughts, comments, concerns, and we will start with our very own Meta Beast.
Uh, two important DAO proposals. If you're there to vote for one, might as well be vote for the other. I think they, unless of course, or either way, just vote. At least vote. So,
Can you tell us what they are?
again, it's so toxic waifus, uh, creating a basically a foundation or guidelines on banning people. It doesn't unban anyone currently, and it can't enforce the foundation to do anything, but it's supposed to set up kind of a guideline that can be followed eventually. So, um, I believe it's worth a yes vote. I voted. And then so
Can you
there's,
pin it? Is there a way to pin it to the top?
yep, I
Unless
can
it's
see what I can
posted
find.
on X. Yep. Yeah, but also we are closing the space, so anything that's pinned to the top will disappear. So
All
maybe
right.
drop it in the
Yeah,
comments
yeah, yeah,
underneath
yeah. I
it.
I forgot about that, but um, clean bringing the all the DAO documents up to date. They are outdated. They still reference the old committee and the old processes. Nothing's been updated. There's no defined definition of who the DAO is, who the foundation is, who Regenesis Labs is. Um, for people to understand that, because it gets pretty tricky. But it's to update the documents and then establish a process of keeping them up to date as well. And especially with the wearable prices coming down, submission price coming down, um, that's going to need updated. So then, if Toxics passes, that will need added into the whole thing. So I don't know. Plus, it's hard to find. You can't find them all in one place, and some of the links are broken. There's actually a tracker that's supposed to track everything. Hasn't worked for years.
I have a little piece of feedback for MetaBeast. Um, I love your proposals, and I think it's really important that we do reassess some of these old things, especially now that we have AI to help us prompt these proposals and stuff. But and maybe I'm the only one here, so I bring this feedback lightly, but it was really hard for me to read that one and understand it. It seemed like it was really technical language, so I don't know if you feel like it. Maybe ask your AI prompt to run it back and like for the next one, like just ask it to make it more easily readable. Maybe there are other people like me that had to read it a few times to like fully understand what it was saying. But thank you for taking the initiative and representing us in a way that I think we do need to take a look at some of these dusty corners, pull out the broom and see what sticks with the community. So thank you. Much love.
Thank you.
Thank you, Drip. And I see Toxic joined us for our final thoughts, so I'll pass it over to Toxic. I'm sorry, boys.
I'm so sorry. I panicked and I was just like, okay, I wanna help and pin the tweet. I posted it now as comment. Thanks so much, Meta Beast. This is all what I wanted to do. Love you all. Was nice listening to all you today. Sorry, I panicked and just joined. Sorry.
No sorries, no sorries. Our stage is your stage, always and forever. Let's
Yeah, and
see.
if you wanted to clarify anything I said, because I don't do a very good job at it, I know.
Sheesh,
Um,
Meta Beast, you're doing the hard work for real. Like for real now. Yeah, like we are right now asking in the firm for the thoughts of the community around platform-wide bans. We will see how far we will go with this. Like, I have never started something like this in the DAO. This is my first time. I'm ready to learn. And I'm very happy that I have Real Stan and Old Guy that are both holding my hands. Because, like, this pre-poll right now is born from many, many community conversations. And I tried to kind of get all the input that I heard to put into the poll, but also leave enough room for everyone to share their opinions on it. So please feel free to give it a try. We already passed the threshold. But still, if you have opinions on this, please share them. And thank you much all.
Yep, and right now that proposal or that post, it's in the poll stage. So this is definitely like a great time for to share any opinions if any of you have them, because those opinions will help the future versions of the proposal.
Absolutely, and it's not something a lot of people do. So if you don't realize it, it can be very beneficial, and it can make the difference between uh, getting a proposal all the way through to the end. Um, the document one, this is a governance one. It's in its final stage, and it needs 6 million, and it's maybe halfway there, and ends on the 22nd. So it needs some votes if people will get out there and vote, and then also make sure to vote for the ban one.
Yep, indeed, indeed. Yeah, I'm over here
And
on my
and
way.
thank you to everyone who has voted so far. It is greatly appreciated, and I appreciate all the comments as well.
I'm on my way to look at the progress on those two proposals. Let's see the should Decentraland create a clear rules for platform wide bans? 2.4 million VP on the yes side with 17 votes. Two votes on the no side with 428,000 voting power. And then the other one, the should the DAO mandate an annual review and update for all governance documents? Well, you are one abstain vote and 17 yes votes with no no's. And it's up to 2.7 million BP. So
Yep.
let's see.
Almost halfway.
Yeah, yeah. I mean 3.2 3.2 left and for it to pass.
Well,
So
there's two people I thought I would have voting. I haven't heard from them. I have reached out to them. That's a couple of it, if they're in agreement, which I hope they are. Um, I mean, especially after I cleared things up for Meta Ryuk. I mean,
mhm.
anyway,
Just got to keep chugging along, chugging along. Yeah, these once you get to the governance stage, it's the tough one for sure. All right. So yeah, thank you, MetaBeast, for taking these initiatives with your proposals. And yeah, I mean, every time I look at the forums, I always see you open to opinions and with an open mind. That's how you approach all of this. So big ups to you and Toxic and Rustan and Old Guy, big ups to you for the your proposal or your poll that you recently uh, proposed. Let's go to Make for some final thoughts.
Uh, they might not be building it for us, but I'm definitely here to party with you. So that's one. Two, the CBD from the pool is absolutely epic. It makes everything better. I really like Toxic a lot. Thank you for co-hosting so I could go see one of my favorite artists. What a dream. I did. I got home. I'm home safe. Tox. I promise. By the way, guys, Toxic also is got the Regenesis Labs friend zone contest. Sign up for that shit. Go try your best to win a bunch of money, so you don't have to sell it on secondary. Um, if you're coming to NFT NYC, hopefully you come see me and Sin because we are gonna do fun shit, and we want to do fun shit with you. So you know, I think
Make
regardless of any of it, we're still doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Make, I love you so freaking much, and I'm so happy that you're home back safe for real. Yesterday until I think 6:30 in the morning, Mellabee's party, it was really a vibe. Shout out to M and DJ Waped and of course Sinful and Dog. It was like best Friday since a long freaking time. And yes, everyone, come on, sign up for the Friends on Billathon. Thank you all.
Thank you, Make. Thank you, Toxic. And of course, we're gonna pass it to my good friend Drip for some final thoughts.
Yeah, I just want to share some love. Thank you, Sin. Thank you, Kanessa, for always having this space. We're a strong community. We always show up, and you guys show up the most and provide this avenue for us to discuss what's on our mind with this platform that we love so much, and to bounce ideas off each other, have conversations about things in an informal avenue, and to get other insights and to not sit in an echo chamber with our thoughts, not knowing if maybe we are wrong or whether we are saying things that are supported by others. So like, thank you so much. I also want to thank Talks for caring so much. It's really cool that this is more than just a job for you, and that you love this place as much as when you first landed. And I think that's really cool. I you never cease to amaze me. So thank you. I really like what you did with the build-a-thon. I joined. I'm excited about it. I encourage others to join too. As far as I understand, it's not too late. Maybe they have to confirm that with you. But I
Like,
think that
no, never too late. 3 weeks
okay,
building time. Get ready.
okay, good. I think that the theme for this one is really good. Just trying to make more experiences that are going to captivate people in a casual manner. So yeah, props on setting this one up, putting it together. Um, oh, and the last thing is probably more of a personal shill for the for one of our hosts that we love so much. We still have I diverted some of the sales of Raffle Manager to support Sin going to NFT NYC. I'm sure he could make it happen and pay for it all himself, but maybe he shouldn't have to. So a few of us have gotten together and sent some money his way, some mana with our beloved mana holdings. There are 6 more raffle managers that are eligible for that. So if you feel like you do want to help alleviate some of the costs for his trip, you can pick up a raffle manager and we'll send over all the mana to him to support that. But I love you guys, um, and I appreciate the love back. This community is something else. Much love.
Thank you, Drip. And yeah, I mean, you definitely said you said it right there. Like these spaces are definitely very important, and to not sit in an echo chamber, have a variance of opinions come in, and from there it's we are stronger together. So yeah, nicely said. And Drip, thank you so much for again. I know I've thanked you like a million times. You and M and Sebga. Thank you so much for dedicating your next sales or an amount of your sales to my trip to New York. So I mean, it means a lot, and to double back on what Drip ended on, yes, this community is incredible, and that's why like that's why I feel like sometimes when we get changes or something, it's like we may come at the change a bit hard, but that's because like we care so much about what's going on here. Um, so yeah, thank you, everyone. Let's see. I don't think I have any more speakers up here, so I will do my final thoughts. And thank every single one of you that has showed up today, and thank you, Kanessa. I believe Kanessa will be back next week in full force, full Wi-Fi, not from the woods. But I wouldn't mind if she did tap in from the woods because I know how her winters are. Her winters are there are possibilities where she could just be buried in her house for a week in snow. So definitely she needs to get out there. um oh
Sin, real quick
go
question.
ahead. Take
Can
it.
you buy hibachi with marketplace credits? That's all I want to know.
You know, that is my biggest complaint about the marketplace credits, the inability to buy hibachi. With mana, you could buy hibachi technically
Go
with
catch
that.
a fish, people.
Oh god, I love you, Meg. But yeah, so beyond the NFT, this coming Monday, the 17th, we have our very own Toxic Waifu coming on the show. She will be our special guest, and we will be talking all about the Regenesis Labs Friend Zone Buildathon. So bring your questions if you have them, or comments, concerns, because we want to hear them all. Toxic will be answering questions live from the show, as well as and I'll be helping to moderate and keep the questions going. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't so already, make sure to sign up for the Friend Zone Buildathon. You never know when you could walk away with $3,000 in mana. Like, I think this is very exciting, and our community members should definitely take the most advantage of these opportunities.
Then I gotta
Uh,
do it again. I gotta do it again, my friend. We're changing the name concept of what the friend zone even means. We're making it a good thing, not you got put in the friend zone. I mean, I fucking love it.
Oh my god, Meg, you got it. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Oh my god, Meg, love you so much. Yes, you got it. We're
We
turning the
all need
friend
some
zone.
jiggle
Yeah,
physics and get the
yeah,
fuck out the
yeah.
friend zone. Let's go.
Exactly. Oh my god. No, we need the jiggle physics and get all into the friend zone. This is it.
Let's fucking go. Pool floaties for you all. Fuck, I love Decentraland.
Thank you, Make. So yeah, tap in Monday for Beyond the NFT with Mew Mew and Toxic. Um, and then I mean, yeah, let's just go through our events that are coming up today. And hello, Silvio. I see you in World. Great to see you. Uh, okay, let's see.
Hey,
We
while you're
have.
figuring it out, one last thing. Silvio it just breached the top 60 on Beatport for one of his tracks for peaking beats music. That is fucking insane. That is like get to the top 60 on one of the most incredible boards. Huge congratulations, Silvio.
Ooh, that is super exciting news. I hope you just didn't make them like blush by throwing them on out like that. But we love you, Silvio, and holy crap, man, what an accomplishment. Congratulations. And I hope you have many more beats and music on the top 60 or the top 100 in Beatport. Okay, so events. Yes, we do have a few events going on right now. The next one that I'd like to highlight is trivia session hosted by Miguel and Margot. That starts at 4 p.m. Eastern. Then we have ABC Decentraland tours at 6 p.m. Eastern with Billy T Coin, Odd Job, and Toxic Waifu. After that, there is Classic Royale with Sebga at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then we're going to wind down our Saturday at Metaverse After Hours with Austin Desheni and Crypto Minotaur. Tomorrow, Sunday. Oh, I don't know if okay. It's the Helvidians. It looks like there's a tote reading at 8 a.m. Then there are Sunday Rumbles at Knights of Antrim at 9:30 a.m. Tomorrow, Sunday. Then scrolling along, Adventureland is having a tournament. Oh, excuse me, over at Space Runner. Then what? Then there's another Mo Beats tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday game night with Antila. So we do have events coming up over the weekend. Should be interesting, should be fun. Everyone make sure to join and support your favorite community members. And I'm gonna jump over to Monday because we have MoFi Monday with Stony Eye. There is cartoon nights which at Shiri's and on Monday yourself as well, and then Beyond the NFT to close Monday's events off. So yeah, stay tuned, everyone. Love you all. Gonna close down now, and I'll play some music for us all at the CVD Plaza for anyone that wants to hang out. All right, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Take care, everyone.
with Base 44.
Yeah? Yeah, you always bullshitting. For my peoples in Jersey. For my peoples in the NY. For my peoples down south. For my peoples across the border. Check it out. When it's showtime, my opening lines and freeze a mind like in Vogue. On the DL, I'm smooth like CL, so put your man on hold. It's all about us on the hush, the rendezvous at your girlfriend's pool. Betray your man's trust. He got no leash in his peace. Keeps him worried. Situations get hostile like he double Icky Murray, cuz the most beautiful thing in this world is this.